Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm going to talk tonight about the everyday carry and why you think you don't need to carry it. You know, a lot of us that are into bushcraft and survival and stuff, we have a lot of gear. Some of us don't have a lot of gear, and we try to improvise with what we have. Um, a lot of us talk about our everyday carries. And I know guys that have a lot of gear and they talk about everyday carries, but they don't carry it with them every day. And I've asked several different reasons, why people don't. And, I want to ask the question, why don't you need your everyday carry? You know, Somebody may say, well, I'm only going to be a mile from home today. Or, well, yeah, I'm going to be out, but, at the most I'll be 10 miles away. Well, I'm not even leaving my house today, you know? Why do I need an everyday carry when I'm not even going anywhere? Um, I've heard several different scenarios why you don't need to have it handy or not carry it with you. You know, I want to think about that for a little bit. Okay, I'm only a mile from home. What if something happens? You know, it's flood, earthquake, whatever is in your, area. What if the stuff hits the fan scenario happens? You may only be a mile away from home. Or let's look at the riots in Ferguson or somewhere else. You may not be able to get that mile home. You may actually have to go 20 miles the other direction for safety. You know, Same thing. Somebody says, well, at the most I'm going to be 10 miles away from home. Kind of the same scenario. Or somebody, let's take it out a little bit more. Well, I'm only going to be an hour away from home. And I'm in my vehicle. I'm only an hour away from home. What if you're no longer able to use that vehicle? And some scenario, like I said, whether it be a natural catastrophe or a man-made thing, stuff hits the fans type scenario, whatever, and you're 60, 70 miles away, you're left walking. You may not be able to make it in one day because of whatever's going on. Who knows your terrain? Who knows if you're urban, whether you're rural, the weather. You may have to stop and hunker down somewhere for a little bit. You may have. Well, I was only an hour away from home. That was by car. Okay, well, I'm sitting at home. I'm not even going anywhere today. What if you have to go somewhere? What if something happens and you have to go somewhere? And your stuff's scattered all over your bedroom or your man cave or don't even have an EDC. You may not have time to stop and put it together. You may not have time to stop and go, well, I'll go buy that tomorrow. May not be there tomorrow. May not have a chance tomorrow. You know, um, there may be that, like I said, you may be called on to take off at a moment's notice. If you can't grab that bag or that EDC, whether you call it that or whatever you want to call it, but what you need to survive for a short distance, if you can't grab it and go, or if you're already out, if you can't have that handy on you, You know, it's not doing you any good sitting in a corner or sitting on a shelf somewhere. The everyday carry needs to be that, an everyday carry. Um, kind of had a thought, sorry, and it kind of I kind of lost it there for a minute, but you know, I got the everyday carry. You know, some are pretty elaborate. Uh, some are, you know, whatever we could piece together type of setup. You know, I don't care if your everyday carry right now is a lighter and you don't smoke. You know, if you're caught somewhere and you're carrying a lighter and you don't, you know, you don't smoke, but you've got that lighter, you at least have given yourself the ability to make a fire, whether it be for signaling, warmth, cooking something, heating water. You know, you might say, you know, like, along with that, you know, the guy that says, I don't have anything, you know, that lighter. Better than nothing. Well, you know, I don't have the fancy knives that I see all these other guys have. Do you have a pocket knife? Something, you know, that you can carry with you. It's if you get caught in that situation, it's better to have something than nothing. I hope this isn't just rambling, and I hope that this helps somebody, and in a sense it's helping myself too, because I'm needing this speech to myself also. I have the some gear, but not as much as some, and I probably don't have the best EDC, and you know, what I do is, as an everyday job, some things I can't carry with me that other people can. But I need to try and make the best that I can of my EDC. You know, touching on that, you know, maybe a person can't have everything with them. Maybe looking at dropping some caches somewhere. You know, if you've got some extra gear or something that, even if it's not extra gear, just something that may help you in a bug out situation, or even get home situation if you're coming the opposite direction. You know, if you had some kind of gear that you could stash somewhere, if you knew, okay, if looking at your layout of your land, you know, you've looked at all the different angles of things that could happen, and you looked at your retreat, if you would, and you're thinking, well, if anything happens, I'm going to go that direction. Maybe a mile out, a couple miles out, 10 miles out, 15 miles out. Maybe you want to stash something, even if it's small stuff. And as I said, you know, it may be the scenario where you're having to come back that direction as well as bugging out that way. So, well, I hope this helps, and I hope I haven't been too much of a downer. Kind of a long day at work, tiring, worn out, and then I had to help my son move, and a lot of heavy carrying, helped him mow his grass and everything else. So it's been a long, drawn-out day, and so kind of worn out. But anyway, I hope this gives you something to think about. And the next time you say, I don't need my everyday carry, stop and ask yourself why. Thanks for watching.